For those of you that live under a rock or have a life outside of Counter-Strike, last week one of the game's most elusive skins was finally obtained. A Factory New Stattrak 661 AK-47. However, despite early reports that the skin was going to sell for a whopping $1 million, it seems that the mysterious owner has just doubled that price. Alright, so the coveted 661 is shaping up to be the biggest sale in not only Counter-Strike history, but video game history. But before we get into how that's the case and what this means for Counter-Strike, what is the 661? Well, the case-hardened AK-47 is one of the OGs released alongside the arms deal update that brought us skins in the first place. Certain knives would get this style, as well as future gloves and other guns, and it quickly became a fan favorite for a few reasons. First off, they're rare. They're not easily unboxed or crafted, and as the laws of supply and demand will have it, that increases value. Now, aesthetically speaking, they're just dope as hell. Just like the real-world act of case-hardening metal, these skins have a beautiful metallic rainbow of gold, orange, pink, and blue. On top of that, case hardens are unique patterns, meaning the coloring and positioning can vary depending on the pattern index you get. The pattern index in Counter-Strike ranges from 1 to 1,000, and the community has created several different categories for patterns that share similar characteristics. There are several of these categories for case hardens, but only 2 of them are important to this story: gold gem and blue gem. A gold gem will have a high amount of gold patterns on the skin, where a blue gem, you guessed it, will have more blue. But blue gems are incredibly rare to come by, and certain pattern indexes within that category are considered much more aesthetically pleasing, which raises the value even more. And at the top of that hierarchy is the pattern index 661, or scar pattern blue gem, which is distinguished by its large blue pattern visible along the top rail of the gun. Now, 661s have been unboxed or crafted in trade-ups before. Some have even been the highest quality in Factory New or Stattrak. But in the history of Counter-Strike, none have ever been both. That was until last week.
Where do I see it? No way! Was? The $1 million AK unboxer!
Yes, after more than 10 years of its potential existence, a Factory New Stattrak 661 scar pattern AK has finally been unboxed. Pretty much Christmas for all CS skin enthusiasts. Now, the owner of said skin apparently crafted this in a trade-up contract, but they've been rather mysterious about their identity. And for good reason. This skin has been valued by traders at $1 million. For that kind of money, I'd be pretty damn cautious as well. Most other 661s that aren't a unicorn like this one go from anywhere between 100K to 400K, depending on where, the stickers on it, and other stuff like that. But once again, there is only one like this known in existence. So most people knew that this puppy was going to go on the market for a pretty penny. However, the owner of this skin finally revealed himself and dropped the bomb that he was going to accept offers for much, much more. Confirmed by Zipple, who will be helping with the sale of the skin, the owner already has 2 offers of $1 million. And as a result, he is setting the buyout to $2 million. $2 million for a digital skin in a video game is just a little bit ridiculous if you ask me, but don't get it twisted. There are people, wealthy people, willing to drop that cash. And if someone does decide to skip the whole bidding war and drop a cool $2 million on this skin, it will be the biggest sale in Counter-Strike history. But it still won't be the most expensive skin. You see, despite the rarity and insane price tag, the 661 is technically runner-up to another blue gem. Behold the blue gem Karambit, whose owner, Noob Rage, has already turned down an offer of $1.5 million.
He told me to reach out to him with an offer of 1.2 million in Bitcoin. And I'm not talking about USD, I'm talking about euros, which converts to 1.5 million USD.
For similar reasons to the 661 AK, this Karambit is valued so highly due to the player side being almost entirely blue, and that there's only one on the market. But here's the thing, if the 661 gets sold for more, or bought out at $2 million, what does that mean for the knife that's already supposed to be valued for more? Well, this is where we get into the unknowns of the story. Noob Rage has held on to his Karambit for years now, so it's unclear whether or not he actually intends to sell it. But if the 661 sells for more than 1.5 million, you can bet your ass he's going to raise the price of that Karambit. The question is, how much. And although I mentioned that these wealthy collectors do exist, we've never seen a sale like this go through. The highest sale for a single skin previously has been 400K, so this is a pretty damn big jump. So the question is, will anyone actually spend this much on a video game cosmetic? And if so, how do I explain it to my dad without giving him a heart attack?
What's the most you've spent on a skin, Devin?
The most I've spent on a skin? I have like a few, like I don't have like expensive things, but I have a few things that like, I was like, oh cool, that went up a bit. Like my print streams are like, I got them at like $30, $40 and they're like, I think, I could be very wrong right now, but last time I checked they were like 150 bucks.